much to give it up for Christ. Maybe the kingdom of heaven is not as more important than the sin and the wickedness that you did in the past. Or maybe you're like us. Maybe you're a cat that hates this world. That hates that you had to sin to survive in this world. Hate that you were taught all the wrong things about life and wanted a chance to be right. Then you in the right place.
Shalom Israel, this is Priest Officer 50 McQuab ISUPK under Commander Jeremy Yohana. Tonight, man, this is a Tuesday night BrotherHood class. I'm about to be breaking down, man, the BrotherHood scriptures, man. So have your pen and your pad ready, man. Have your pen and your pad, man. So we about to go into Shalakia. We about to go into the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. He said, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in anywise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him." 18. He said, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudges against thy children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the law." So at the same time, like in the Christian church, you know, they teach you that your neighbor is the white man, your neighbor is the Chinese man. No. According to the Bible, your neighbor is your people. It's talking to the black, Hispanic, and Native American. We are the Israelite according to the Bible. You gotta stop having that evil eyes, man. Like I said, I'm gonna keep on saying this because this is happening right now. I'm prophesying, and this stuff is happening right now. Brothers having evil eyes, sisters having evil eyes towards one another. They want to argue, they want to fight. Next minute, the fight turned into somebody getting murdered now. Now, brothers and sisters holding grudges towards one another. Holding these type of grudges one another. They say, "Hey, I forgive you. Hey, brother, I forgive you, man." But really, he holding a grudge. He don't forgive his brother. The same go with his sister. Who in the world? Brothers who in the world? Sister in the world. "Oh, sis, I forgive you. I let it go." But they hold that grudges. Till you get in an argument with them, what they do? They bring that back up. But they lie to you and say that they forgive you. "Oh, I forgive you. I'm gonna let everything go." No, but when y'all get into the argument, they bring that back up because they holding that grudges and they seek revenge. They can't let stuff go. If a brother just bump into you. See, brothers in the world, man, they had to learn how to love one another. Stop having this hatred towards one another. Because brother can't let stuff go if you bump him. Or brother wants to start staring at you. Give you that eye. Now you get mad. "Oh, this nigga, look at me. What you looking at there?" Now it's turned into somebody getting murdered. It start with a little argument. Because nowadays, brothers not fighting no more. They pulling that thing down now. And that's got to stop. Your neighbor is your brother, according to the Bible. I'm talking to the black, Hispanic, Native American. You are the Israelite, according to the Bible. You got to stop this hatred toward one another. You got to let stuff go, man. Stop trying to seek revenge on your brother. Stop doing that. Stop holding these grudges on your brother and your sisters, man. This for the brothers and sisters who in the world who lost, man, who envy thy oppression, man, who envy this wicked ass world, this abomination world we live in. Stop doing that towards one another, man. And come together, because we are the children of Yahweh, man. God, the Most High, man. We are the Israelites, according to the Bible. We are Israel, according to the Bible, man. I'm gonna prove to you what it's talking about, thy neighbor. And I just show you in the Old Testament, thy neighbor mean your brother, the children of Israel, Israelites, man. And I'm gonna read in the New Testament what it means, because like I said, in the Christian church house, man, they do not teach you this. They do not give you this understanding. They do not break nothing down to you. They have you thinking back in your mind, your neighbor is the so-called white man, the goddamn devil, the Chinese, the Japanese, the East Indians, the Arab, the other nation, the Africans. That's not your brother. They're not your neighbor. Your neighbor is the Black, Hispanic, Native American. We are one. We are Israel. We are the children of the Most High. He chooses us. That's your neighbor. In the Christian church, they've been lying to us. They've been lying to us. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. Once again, I grew up in the Christian church house. I would come in to be a pastor. And they lies. They love to cherry pick in the Bible. They love to cherry pick and deceive their people and tell them lie. Tell them what they want to hear, but not tell them what they need to hear and break down book, chapter, and verse. They don't do that to you. They don't do that in the Christian church. According to the Bible, it's line up upon line up, precept upon precept. And you're supposed to do that. Break it down to the Israelites, to give them understanding, knowledge, to bring them in the truth. But no, they envy thy oppression. Pastor Porkchop, he envied thy oppressor. Remember that. He's a house nigga. He's a clown. So we're about to go into the book of Mark. Go into the book of Mark. The book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. He said, and the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. I broke it down in the Old Testament what it means. Your neighbor is your brother. Talking to the Black, Hispanic, and Native American. We are the Israelites, according to the Bible. That's your neighbor. That Pastor Porkchop never break down to you. He never do that. Because he envy thy oppressor, and you aren't supposed to do that. You aren't supposed to envy thy oppressor, man. You aren't supposed to envy your oppressor's ways, man. Because he's abomination to the Most High. But no, they don't break this down. They don't sit and break stuff down. That's why our brothers and sisters have evil eyes and hatred in them. Look what's going on right now. So much murder, man. Getting hunted down like animals, man. A brother lost his life, man. He can't have a bad day. The goddamn devil, what he did? Tase him to death. The young brother was 30-year-old, and they killed him. Like I said, they hunt us like animals. Wake up, Israel. Come back to this truth, man. I ask you to become under commanding during your Hana, man, so you can learn the law, statute, commandment, and come back. So we can be one again. One fold again, man. So we uplift, man. Motivate, elevate one another, man. Not and stop having this hatred towards one another. Gosh, man. He said, this is the two greatest. He said, in the second. Me, he talking about the two greatest commandments. Because 613 commandments. So the Yahweh, Jesus saying that these two great commandments is, he said, in the second, he talking about the second commandment, because the first commandment is loving that Father with all that heart and soul and that might. So the second greatest commandment is loving thy neighbor as you love yourself. That's the second commandment, loving your brother, loving your sister. To forgive, not seek revenge towards your brother. Not hold grudges towards your brother or your sister. Let stuff go. Teach. Man. Stop envying that person, having that person ways. Because when you keep on having a friendship or relationship with this world, man, you committed adultery, man. You committed adultery, man, to the Most High. You be adulterer and adulteress, man. To the brothers and sisters who walks in this world, you keep on, man. Envy this world we in, man. This world is against it. The world do not love you. The world hates you. Come back to the law, statute, and command. Learn your custom. Learn your identity. Come into this truth. Shalaki, I'm mad, man. Because it don't make no sense. Our brothers is dying left and right. I want all the Israelite, man. I want Israel to be there when that day comes. But judgment is right here underneath the sun. When you go against the Most High, judgment is right here, man. Man, we about to go in Galatians. About to go into the book of Galatians. Like I said, once again, have your pen and your pad, man, so you can take down these notes, man. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. He said, brother, if a man be overtaken in a fault, he said, ye which are spiritual, restored. Let me break that down. A brother who are in the truth, the brother in the truth, who put it like that, brother who deep in the truth. He been in the truth. He fed with meat already. That brother who's spiritual, who been long and been in the truth, he could bring this brother back. He could gain this brother back into this truth. I'm going to finish. He says, such in one in the spirit of meekness, concerning thyself, lest thy also be tempted. Brother, if you new come into the truth and you trying to bring a brother who going through his day, you trying to bring a brother in the truth, you should not do that because you been feed with milk. Talking about a brother who's in this truth, who been feed with meat, who knowledge and understand. Because like I said, you got to be retaught again. And this is not you ain't strong enough, don't do it, man. Have another brother who's just deep in the truth, who are spiritual, who in this truth, to bring this brother back, to restore that brother back, and give him counseling. And give that brother that counseling that he needs. If the brother in wrong. Correcting is to love that brother, man. But like I said, once again, you new or you're a beginner and you trying to bring a brother, you restore a brother, man, something. You been fed with milk. You ought not to do that. You should get a brother who's stronger, who been in the truth longer than you, who fed with meat, spiritual meat. He is strong. He know how to counsel a brother. He know how to talk to a brother. He know how to communicate with a brother. You are new. You being retaught again. So this what this talking about right here, man. Like I said, unless you be tempted. You sin and break the law, man. Have a brother who deep in his truth, man, to teach that brother, man, his faults, man, to restore, to gain that brother back into this truth. So we're about to go into the book of Matthew. Let's get into the book of Matthew. The book of Matthew, chapter 19. Shalakia, hold on. Oh, yeah. The book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 18. He said unto him, which Jesus said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Y'all, he said, thou shalt not bear false witness or commit adultery. But guess what? Brothers and sisters who are in this world, who have evil eyes, they do that. Sister in the world, they sleeping with sister husband. You get what I mean? And they married. Sister is married, sleeping with the other sister husband, and they married, committing adultery, being a whore, doing all this abomination stuff towards one another. Brothers sleeping with married sisters. Sisters who are married and they sleeping with sisters who got husbands, committing adultery. The same thing go with a sister. You in the world and you married, you can't go sleep with another man. You can't go do that. You committed adultery. You can't do nothing like that. And stealing, brothers robbing each other. Taking stuff that don't belong to them. Brother is bearing false witness towards brothers. Telling lies towards one another. All of this is going on right now, man. Committing adultery, bearing false witness, murdering, stealing. All this stuff is going on right now as we speak. Going on right now. Could they envy thy oppressor? Who you think who taught you this? Who you think who taught you this? And why do you think the Bible tell you you don't envy thy oppressor? You don't envy his ways. Because the world is against you. You got to come into this truth, man. Leave from that hatred that you have towards your brother, towards your sister. Leave from that and come into the truth, man. Stop having that evil eye and holding grudges, trying to seek revenge. Let stuff go. Learn how to gain that brother. Learn how to restore that brother. If a brother going through things, learn how to gain him back. If you feel like he about to leave, or he feel like he about to give up on life, learn how to gain this brother back. In order for you to learn this, come to ISUPK Uncommanded General. You can learn. We can teach you this. We all been through this. We all been through this suffering. If you tired going through this hellhole, come to ISUPK. Like I said, I stand on this truth, man. My foundation is keeping the law, statute, and commandment. This is all. We stand on this truth right here, man. We like a rock. We cannot be moved, man. We ain't going nowhere, man. And like I said, man, for all the other camps, I pray that you come here and learn the law, statute, commandment. Because there's a lot of brothers in these camps out here. They lost. They twist, calling themselves Israelite. But then they no different from Christian. They no different from the Christian churches. Cause they teaching the same thing. Like I said, leave from there and come to ISUPK under Commanding General now, man. And I stand on that. So we about to go into the book of we're gonna stay in the book of Matthew. We're gonna stay in the book of Matthew. Let's go to Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. He said, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Brothers in the word, you have to do that, man. You gotta stop having that hatred towards your brother. You could go, like I just said, you could go to that brother. Learn how to gain that brother. Learn how to be a man. Stop being effeminate. Stop being jealous. Stop envy. Envy turned into jealousy. Stop having that evil eye, man. That's a female trait, man. Be a man so a woman can look up and follow you. Be the head, not the tail, man. Learn how to gain your brother back and stop talking against your brother, talking about your brother behind his back. And go to him if you have a problem and learn how to if you had a problem with your brother, learn how to be a man and go to him and talk to him to gain him between you and him. That's what this is talking about. It didn't say, oh, go behind the brother back and talk bad about him and bash him. It didn't say, oh, I'm about to go seek revenge on that brother, man. Oh, I'm going to set this brother up, man. I'm about to plot and set this brother up and kill this brother. It didn't say that. It said, go to that brother, man. Between you and him and talk. Gain him back. Restore that brother. Bring him back into this truth, man. Talk to this brother. If you have any type of problem with a brother, learn how to be a man and talk to the brother. Brothers today, man, they effeminate. Brothers they don't want to hear a brother. You know, they don't want to be slow to speak and be quick to hear. They don't want to do that. They just want to run they got them big mouth. They don't want to hear one another and be a man. Like I said, that's a female trait. Effeminate. They don't want to be a man and talk to one another. They want to fight. Then the fighting turn into, I want to kill you. That's not being a man. That's not how you handle things. I'm going to read that again. It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass you, if that brother did anything against you, he said, thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone, it said. He said, if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. I'm telling you that, man. When you come into the truth, you learn how to gain that brother, man. And I learned how to be a man. I learned how to go to a brother. If I got a problem with one of my brothers in the world, I go to my brother and talk to my brother. Any one of my brothers, I go to him and talk to him one-on-one and gain him back. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. This world hate us. When you envy this world, it teaches you how to have an evil eyes toward one another. Oh, it tells you, well, cut that brother off right there. Skip that brother. Oh, man, you should knock that brother out. Oh, you know what? I'm going to seek revenge. I'm going to do that. The Bible don't tell you that. See, in Christianity, they don't teach you this. They don't teach you your identity. They don't tell you the truth. They tell you lies. Because they envy thy oppression. They like being oppressed. They like to be slave mentally. They like to be house niggas. They like to be coons. They like to be clowns. So they ain't gonna never teach you this. How to bring peace to your brother or your sister. They ain't gonna never teach you this. But here we gonna teach you. We're gonna break down Bible, chapter and verse. I'm about to tell everybody who watching and listening, have your pen and your pad, man. Take down these notes. Take down notes, man. So we're about to go into the book of John, 1 John. I go into the book of 1 John, man. We go into the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 8. It says, he that love not, know not God, for God is love. So brothers say that, oh, I love God, but man, I hate that nigga right there, man. I hate that nigga Tyrone, man. That brother don't know God. He's a liar. The same thing go with a sister in the world. I'm talking about brothers and sisters in the world. Same thing go with that sister who in the world. Say Keisha say, well, I hate Tasha, but I love God, you know, skip them. No, you's a lie. You's a lie. You's a liar. You don't know God. So like I said, they don't break none of this down in the Christian church. I'm not speaking to all Christian church. Some of them maybe do this, keep laws. But I'm breaking this down to Israel, man, to us, to our people who lost out here, man, the lost sheep, the house of Israel, the Black, Hispanic, Native American, man. Like I said, this is our history, but come back home, man. Come back to this boat, man. He said, for God is love. So if you love the Most High, you keep the law, statute, and commandment, you love thy neighbor as you love yourself. That's love. That's God. That's his commandment. 9. He said, in this was manifest the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him. We might live through him, is saying. This is for the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, man. It's for us to come back to this truth, man, to learn the law, statute, commandment. Learn our custom. Learn who we are, man. That's the beautiful thing about it. To acknowledge that we the people of this Bible. We God's chosen people. We above all nations, man. We got to come back home. We got to come back to this fold, man. And stop having this hatred, man. Because when you have hatred towards your own brother or towards your sister, man, the Most High, he see all things. He hear and see all things. He's everywhere. If you break one of these laws, you transgress the law, man. You broke the law. So love that brother, man. Love that neighbor as you love yourself. That's your brother. That's your sister. So brothers and sisters who in the world, come to this truth, man. Leave from this wicked ass world, because the world do not love you. The world hates you. Come on, man. It's time to come home, man. We are the Israelite according to the Bible. The Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, man. That's all Israel, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. I ask UPK under Commander Jerome Yohana, man. Shalom, Israel.
Out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we talking about practice. Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere of it, one that is not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a goat, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They bring out the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe. Connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Pay for this. Nigga, I eat bars and drink flows, thinking you woke into your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, stay bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him runner, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Laughing these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this janitor with the mop stick. You gonna need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10, I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I'll switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7", it's my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl, I'm talking about another gun. Head now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas, we burn the crib now. I'm ahead now, and I hope they get hit now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga, I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop, that's a firestorm. Get the job done in the few and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walk in this bitch ready for war, I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex, that's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.